Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new season of the Free Skate with Ryan and Jesse.
Again and still.
And always. I hope you've been safe this unnatural COVID season. I hope you are doing well, and I hope your families are doing well. I hope you're doing your part around town to be safe and wear your masks, wash your hands, and do what we need to do to get this done and over with. Because I don't know about you, but I'm going mentally insane a little bit with between work and no skating, and then the skating being canceled.
We need sports. You guys imagine my life right now without sports.
It's awful. Honestly, it's awful.
And you guys, welcome to my basement that I've not taken you to. This is my man cave. This is my Oilers area behind us. That way is my football area, but I mean, you can only see a little bit, but it is what it is. Maybe we'll take you on a tour one time. But, so Ryan, how do you want to start this shindig?
Well, Skate America was the first Grand Prix of the year. We were not really going to cover what happened before this because everything was just all over the place. Skate Canada has been cancelled. International of France has been cancelled. The Grand Prix final has been moved back.
You make fun of Trump and all you've done is hand gesture. I just want to let you know that.
I am amazing, and I think that this is going to go extremely well. So, we'll start off with the ladies in Skate America. It was a packed field of 12 ladies, and let's start off with Gracie Gold. It is her return to the Grand Prix circuit. I think it was really good. It was really important for her to get out here. Obviously, things didn't go planned for what she wanted to do, but I will tell you, I think this is a huge confidence boost for her. She needs to get out. She needs to get those rotation of the jumps in competition ice against the best in her country leading up into nationals. And you know, we saw glimpses of that. I thought her program was miles beyond what she was doing
last year. I do like her short program, and I thought her speed was back, and which is very...
I agree.
That's a big thing. And, you know, I would say confidence issues still with jumping more so. I really liked her speed. Her pace was there. So that was a big thing, because last year it was not there.
No, it was
right.
It was way
so
last year.
I mean, I did see the improvement there, and I mean, listen, I don't want to, you know, critique her in the aspect of the overall, even though she is in the field and she is competing. I just want to take the aspect of like how I did with Gabby Delman, and you know, like you got to be careful of what you talk about and what you say with her, because you know she's coming back from a lot of distress and mental health, and you know, a complete retool of herself, and just trying to get out there and get back into shape, back into figure skating life. So I mean, commends for her for that. And Gracie, we're all cheering for you, and we really hope that you know, she puts on a show and gets better each and every aspect of her her short program, her long program throughout the year. I want to see that progression. So far, I've seen a progression from last year to this year, just in her skating alone.
There was a huge progress I found in her skating between last year and this year. Last year, she didn't really have a place on the Grand Prix circuit at all. This year, she had glimpses of a really good stuff coming into the programs. She under-rotated and popped a lot of jumps. I think that's completely to do with consistency and a lot to do with confidence as well. You could see she didn't quite have that fire in her programs. She really went in and out. She would show glimpses of it, and then you could see her just think way too much. Those wheels were turning in her brain way too much. So you know what? I think consistency is going to be key with her. She's going to get out to another event. She's going to get better and better every time. And you know what? By U.S. Nationals, hey, you know what? She could make a top 5 appearance, possibly.
I don't know. I don't think there's a reason to put pressure on her at this point. I think she doesn't need to win anything yet. She wants to go for the Olympics. I'm sure that's her, you know, her thought and her process. That's what she has to do. Just get better each performance, each event heading into the Olympics. And I think everyone's got her by her side. I don't think anyone needs to critique her and say she's failing or she's doing this, blah, blah. Let her go into her own, and commend her for coming back strong and wanting to do this again. So good for her, and we're really happy for her.
Yeah, I really agree with that. In saying that, we're going to leave the Gracie factor alone. Let's go up to 5th place, Amber Glenn. I know you had some thoughts on Amber Glenn.
Well, I just really appreciate her ability to skate and her to suck you in to her performance. She always picks passionate songs and like ballad songs. But it's like, you know what I was saying to you when we were watching? I was like, you know what I really love what figure skating did do? Is that they brought in music with words. You know,
Lyrics.
you can have lyrics. You can have, you know, a Coldplay song. You could have a Britney Spears song. You could have whoever you want, and you can intertwine it into figure skating now. And I just think with lyrics accompanying the song, you know, we hear what they're singing about, and then when you see the figure skater skate to that, it's just a different dynamic, and it really pulls everything together, and it's just so beautiful to watch. And Amber Glenn has it. She is a tremendous skater. I think she is one of the best skaters that actually sucks you into a performance that you just get glued and you're like, wow, it's so beautiful. Like, all I could think of watching her was beautiful and passionate, and I think she's one of the most gracious skaters in figure skating, period. I really do. She sucks me in, and I love that aspect of her.
You know what? I'm just glancing at her technical scores for the free
They're
skate.
not bad.
You know what? Actually, she has really good content. She did have the triple flip, triple toe loop. She had a little bit of a negative GOE in it, but that's still okay. She has good combos: triple flip, single Euler, triple Salchow. That was.
It's just in this day and age.
She has good stuff.
If you want to be, you need challenging for first, you need a triple axe or a quad. You do need one of those. That's the unfortunate thing. That's what you'll hear us talk about a little bit of, if you want to challenge in that top 3, top 5, you're going to need a triple axel in that.
Right.
But you know what? She's a top 10, probably a definite competitor for top 10 right now. Her skating is just so beautiful, and I get sucked into every performance of her.
Yeah, I agree. I thought Amber Glenn skated really well. I really like her musicality on the ice, and I really like how
She's so gracious. Like,
it felt
really
like,
is.
and you know what? I don't think people realize how hard it is to perform a performance and ooze out that emotion to cardboard figures.
Yes, that's the thing.
You made us feel at home watching you on TV those feels without anyone else in the audience except for a few judges and camera people and coaches and whatever. I think that's a real talent, and not everyone can do that. And there was a lot of skaters who we saw that it felt like they were just skating because they were skating. So let's move on to Karen Chen. You know, this was a really strong event for her. I don't think I've seen her this strong in an event in a really long time, and I think she's going to make some nice waves back into the U.S. figure skating pool again. You know what? She finished 4th place behind surprising Audrey Shin, who came out of literally nowhere to win a bronze medal at Skate America, her first Grand Prix. But you know what? Karen Chen still did score 204, so there's nothing wrong with a 200 plus score coming out after you've had trouble and injuries and everything that Karen has had. She had a few under rotations here or there, but you know what? It was a really strong outing for her.
I actually have changed my view a little bit on her, because last year I was pretty hard on her. This year, so for me, for Karen Chen, her speed was very good. It was one of the best I've seen up to this point in the short program. I also did like her spins and her combos. I thought they were very good. I thought overall a pretty good performance on the ice. I thought she jumped pretty well. And if this is what she's going into the season with and the confidence she has, I think she could be a strong candidate, because her combos and her spins are really good, and she was fast.
She did lose a few levels. She lost a level on her step sequence. She only had a level 3, and she had a level 3 on her flag change combo spin. And you know what? When you have levels that are lost in multiple elements, your base values really go down a little bit, and that really affects you in the long term. So that's why you want to be sure that you get your level 4s across the board, so you're maximizing your base values. Otherwise, your base value is already reduced, and you're not going to have as high of a score. Let's move up to the bronze medal. Surprise out of nowhere. Hello, Audrey Shin of the United States. She posted a 2:06 in her first Grand Prix, you guys. That is something that is no joke. She is an automatic player in the field right now. Her jumps
In America, for
in
sure.
America, her jumps were super consistent. She flew across the ice. She's so young and she still managed to emit that emotion out onto you. And you know what? Audrey Shin was third in both components. She was third in the short program and third in the long program. And you know what? She beat Mariah Bell too in the long program too. So that's nothing to gawk at. This girl is up and coming. She's so young. You wait. The score is 206 now. You wait until she's 236.
Well, you wait. Anyways, I thought, I've never seen her before, you guys, so I'm just going to say it right then and there. I was very impressed. I said to Ryan, my exact words were, Brady Tennell, look out. Because this girl's got, another year still before the Olympics?
Well, hello. Her opening combo was a triple Lutz triple toe. Like, you can't get much better
I
than
was
that.
talking? Thank you. Anyways, just kidding. No, she looked like a figure skating. She looked like finally. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about, like, potential and somebody that's, like, sometimes you and I have a different opinion on potential. And me see, my potential is I need to see a star quality coming to you. I need to see an it factor. She's got it.
Her PCS, you can tell she's not seasoned on the Grand Prix circuit, but there's so much room for her to grow. There's so much time for her.
I wouldn't even worry about that.
Had,
That'll come in time, and by the start of next year when she's done all, if we get through figure skating, she'll be much better. Even like look at the difference of 1 year makes for figure skaters. So
well, she already was at a 65, I think 65 or 66 PCS for the long program and Skate America. So that's rivaling now Alexandra Chisova, her scores that she gets in the free skates for PCS. And I feel like Audrey is already going to be putting some work into that to try and get that upwards closer to 70 as well. Second place, Brady Tennell. You know what? She wasn't perfect. And Brady's PCS sometimes lacks over the women who tend to place above her, if that makes any sense. Her bread and butter is her technical because she's so consistent at it. She wasn't that consistent here, and you know what? That consistency actually did cost her in the end, because if she didn't have those under rotations and she didn't have those mistakes that she made, she actually would have won the event.
Well, let's talk about her short for a second. You loved it right off the bat, and I said to Ryan, I'm not feeling it. The first minute, I did not like it because it's a lot of beat, 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 but doing nothing to it. I'm so big when it comes to music and, artistry, and you guys know that, and you're going to hear more of it today because I've seen so much of it. When you pick a song, I need to feel and see what you're doing. What are you portraying to that song? Now, yes, she did pick it up. Once, like her step sequence was great. I loved the end of it. Right after about a minute into it, it picked up and she started feeling the music, and the performance matched the music, and it matched the intensity and the passion and everything that you want to feel. Then it was great, and I was like, I love it. But that first minute, it's just kind of, it bores me. I don't get it right off the bat, so there's time to improve.
It did have a little bit of a slow start. Really liked her step sequence. I thought her step sequence was right on. I think it was one of the best ones in the whole event.
And it's one of my favorite performances that she's ever done. So, I mean,
I agree.
Pick your battle, Jess, I guess, right? But I'm just saying, for things that I really look for, and I really, really look for someone who can portray their artistry to the song that they choose. Because the song is super important. As a viewer and as a judge, you should be getting sucked in. You should be judging what this person's doing with the song. If it doesn't make sense, and the outfit doesn't make sense, and you're not really, portraying what the song is doing, I find myself lost. So quickly, what is Brady Tennell's long program? What did you think of it?
So in the free skate, she got 137, which is a pretty decent score. It's right around par for what she can get. She can get a little bit higher than that if she's consistent across the board with her jumps. But she, like I said, she actually did have an under rotation in her first triple Lutz triple toe loop. The triple toe loop was actually under rotate. She had a negative GOE there, and it drops down and all that. So that definitely hurt her. Her PCS, I feel, and I'm surprised actually. Her PCS was 69. I think Brady's PCS personally has improved a little bit this year, and I feel like she could maybe start hyping up into the low 70s now.
I don't.
Oh.
But I'll tell you why.
Okay, what?
Well, like I said, that first short, I didn't feel the minute right away. It didn't click until, halfway in. How can you give full marks? Now on her long, it's funny, Tara said kind of what I was speaking to Ryan. I'm watching, I'm like, it's just slow, it's slowly. But then as Tara said, oh, this is a really like slow song and it builds up. Sure enough, it did. But is it going to show the judges? Yes, now you get to, maybe the second half of that song. She's picking it up and everyone's feeling it. She's doing great. Looks good, looks strong. It's intense. It's powerful. Everything I liked. But that first half, you got to pick up the mark somewhere. So you can't really give her everything for program if she's not putting it in, the whole way. And you watch.
It's a different style of program, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
It is amazing though as it picks up. I do love that.
feel it's relentless from midway point onwards.
Yeah.
You are going. She doesn't she ain't stopping.
So I mean, I overall I thought it is actually my favorite performances, short and long, of hers up to this date.
Well, she did win the free skate too. You know what you mentioned about song choices before. Speaking of song choices,
Mariah Bell.
Okay. I thought her short program was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. It is probably the best short program I've seen probably any American lady do that I can think of in recent memory.
It's very good.
It was so good.
She's another one that I wrote here that she's very gracious. She pulls you in to those ballads and those slow songs. She pulls you in. And you're like watching a movie, and you're like, you're not sure if you should be crying or if you should be like.
You're watching a live enactment of a movie.
You just have so many emotions watching her. Mm-hmm. She's really amazing at that. And she's jumping pretty good.
Yes.
Again, if we don't have a triple axel and we don't have, unfortunately, a quad, it's going to hurt you into the big leaps.
No, Mariah just
I do like her.
She's got that face that, you just got to smile with. Because she just has so much positive energy she exudes out to you.
Well, she skates positive.
You can't help but smile when you're around her. I want to be her friend.
Do you not smile when I'm around?
Well, I do smile when you're around.
Anyways,
her free skate, this ABBA medley, has got
Wait,
to go.
You kind of liked it. I switched your mind.
No. I said midway through the program, I said the music cuts are terrible. I said, oh, this is the ABBA one. This is what people are talking about, ABBA.
Yeah.
Okay, and I said midway through, okay, I love ABBA, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love ABBA. But I noticed the cuts of the music didn't jive, and I felt like it was so bipolar. She was up and down and all around, and you couldn't settle into something. And I'm sorry, but some of the ABBA has so many better songs than what she skated to. Half of them weren't even good songs.
So here's the thing. I said this. I mean, I don't recall you saying that. You were on that side, and I switched it. And I said, listen, before the marks came, I said, this is a train wreck. I don't like it at all. So the slow part works, but then it picks up, and it's slow. It's so everywhere that I can't even get behind it because I don't know. I said I don't know if I should cry, laugh, go like this, freaking dance. I don't know what emotion to do, and I just think it doesn't work for figure skating.
Mariah's really good at telling a story and putting that emotion, leaving her heart on the ice. I feel like with an ABBA medley, you're not telling a story, and I think that's her downfall in this. I don't think that's the right song.
It's not a winning song, and I always talk about that.
Yeah.
Does it feel like a winning song? Because in this long program, you need a winning song. You need a song that's going to bring everyone in, get those judges going, I'm sucked in, I am watching everything, I feel it. I don't feel that, and I'll tell you why you don't feel it. Because the song, there's no emotion to it. It's all over the place.
I feel like it's more of an exhibition number than a competitive number. But anyways, regardless, so she won the short program. She actually placed 4th in the free skate. But the scores were so close, she actually did hang on to win by just about 1.5 points. So
Well, she was up by like 3
She was
something.
up by a little bit, so she had that leeway there. So there is your Skate America champion for 2020 was Mariah Bell. Okay, so for the men, I want to start off with Ilya Malinin. Where did he come from? Guys, he's 15 years old. This kid is like serious business here. He's got quads, triple axles, quad combos, and he's 15 and he's landing them. The guy got 220 points, okay, so remind yourself he's 15. I don't think I've been so happy for an American men's skater to be so good so soon. So I hope he continues on that path, because if he continues on that path in a few years, he is going to be one of the tops challenging Nathan Chen if Nathan's still landing 5 quads.
No.
Do you want to go in order of standings? Or I'm so happy that Keegan Messing was in Skate America. Thank God I got to see at least one Canadian this year skate on the Grand Prix. And thank God he medaled, honestly. And you know what? He fully deserved it. He had his quads. They were a little bit shaky. He wasn't perfect by any means. He's skating to the same songs I think he was last year again, right? It's funny. I don't really like when people repeat songs again and again, but for some reason the music works with him. So I don't mind it on him. So I'm actually okay with him doing it again. And I think he's gotten better with it each year.
Here's what I have to say about the short program, though.
Okay, I'll let you say, because I know what you're going to say.
Right, because don't try and steal my thunder if that's what you want to take, because that's what I say. Anyways.
On your mark, get set, go!
Bye. So for Keegan, you guys, for me, again, okay, so here's the thing. The music choice. Okay, so it's a great song. It's passionate, it's beautiful, it hooks me. The problem is this. He goes 100 miles per hour in, a 60 mile per hour type of zone, right? The song is slow. So, Keegan, we know you're fast. He's got to slow down when it's a slow song. He's got to understand that you need to bring the people to you and to the song. I want to feel it. But if it's a slow song and you're going super fast, it just doesn't intertwine with the music. So I get lost. I'm like, oh, it's too fast on this part. He's just like zipping by everything. While the song's just like, you're just rocking back and forth. And he's just like, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Slow it down, bring it back, because you're on fast forward. And here's my example why does he go faster. What did I show you? Again, this year, he tripped over his own feet because he's going 100 and a 60. You don't need to do that every time. You got to sometimes pull it back.
I agree. And you know what? This goes to his skating skills. He gets an 8.7 for his skating skills. If he toned it back a little bit and gave him some time to actually work on his blade, he could skyrocket those. The guy has skating skills. I've seen them before, and the way he intertwines them. If he can do skating skills and rockers and counters and brackets and choctaws at 100 miles an hour, if he slows down and tones it up a bit, he could have a program jam-packed with that and get
there is nobody in the figure skating world right now that's faster than him. No, this guy is so fast.
No.
Oh, fucking just hold me back. Just answer me. We're not even ready. Okay.
So it was great to see Keegan back and winning a medal for Canada on the Grand Prix circuit. I don't think we're gonna.
Well, he's the only one repping Canada
really,
now, right? So
yeah, I don't think we're gonna have any more really, because Canada was cancelled. So it is what it is. But Vincent Zhao, what an improvement this year, you guys. He skates like he's putting his program together. He's actually skating programs.
Well, I think he took a step last year, and he's taken another step this year.
Yeah, he definitely has. It's been a big step.
Yeah.
I find him, his maturity has really proven this year.
Like my maturity.
2 quad lutzes in his free skate. One was under rotated, but whatever. I mean, you're doing 2 quad lutzes. If you have the skills to do 2 quad lutzes in your performance. Which, by the way, did you notice Keegan used to do open up with a quad lutz? He toned it back to a quad toe loop now.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's going to change.
No, I didn't know.
PCS are very similar to Keegan's, right around the same area, maybe a little bit higher than what Keegan has. but he also, you could tell he also took his time a little bit more to create moments on the ice and had difficult.
What a great
step
jumper.
sequences
He's
his
tremendous
jumps.
jumper.
He flies.
But again, you know what? I'm really happy for him because I actually have good vibes and good things to say about him. I really liked his performance, both short and long. I think he has actually been one of the best improved skaters since it started. You know, it's I measure him like I used to do with Boyan. Like Boyan never used to, like, he was all just jumps. But Boyan got a little bit better, but I mean, just he still hasn't taken the extra to get to the program. Zhao has. He is taking the program serious because he knows, you guys, if he doesn't have the artistry, you're not going to beat Chen in the the American field. So you gotta have both, and he's doing it. So bravo to him. Yeah, for me, I'm sure everyone wants to hear what I have to say about him because I'm always, I've never disliked him, and I even said that last year. I wanted people to understand that, just because I have to put him up against Hannah because they're the only two in the world that are that good, and he is that good, and I'll never take that away from him. His jumping ability is amazing. I was really happy with his performances this year. I think they're very exciting. They're, worth watching. I didn't love his long program, his outfit. That's the only thing I didn't like. I was like,
Oh yeah, that's right.
It wasn't my favorite. I'm like,
that black costume's got to go. It doesn't do anything for him.
But I mean, tremendous step sequence. I was thrilled, and there's nothing more to say than he was the best one there again, and it's hard to critique him.
You really liked his short. I think you said that was the best short that you've ever seen.
Yeah, it was definitely his best short I've ever seen. You guys, that concludes the men's. Congratulations to Chen because he did deserve it. He was the best one there. No one taking that away from him. So good for him, and good for Zhao. And third was Keegan, and good for Keegan getting on the I was gonna say bulletin board, but that's not proper. Podium.
Yep. So we're gonna move to pairs quickly. You know what? So Alexa Semeka-Canaram.
I didn't even watch that. Chuck and Bates weren't even there. I was so disappointed when Ryan told me they weren't on. I'm like, what? I love them, you guys. So Ryan's gonna take over and talk about these two things.
Nothing like pressure to do this myself now. Okay, so you know what? I must say I'm super, super impressed. Third place, Audrey Liu and Misha Mitrofanov. Newer team. I will say the one thing that I noticed with them, he scared the daylights out of me while he was pulling her up in the air and turning. The speed was a little bit off. I thought he was going to trip over his feet. I thought it was absolutely terrifying. I think they have really good chemistry, and I think they can really be something good. 67.52 they got in the short program. They don't have all level 4, so that hurt them as well, but it was a short program, so that's okay. In the long program, so they finished 4th in the long program, 122.13, just behind Kane Gribble and Leduc in the long, but they did snag bronze by just a few points, 189.65. But you know what? Let's say the real story here, you guys. Jessica Callaling, Brian Johnson, and Alexis Semeka-Canaram and Brandon Fraser. So Brandon and Alexa are now skating together. They were with previous partners before. I will tell you right now, with their previous partners, there's no way that they're ever getting 214 points in their first competition together, by the way. They've only been together a few months. That was incredible. I was stunned. I didn't even know they had changed partners, to be quite honest with you. I didn't pay a whole ton of attention in the off season. We had other stuff going on. So when I saw them together, the names, I was like, oh yeah, I didn't really realize they were other skaters' partners before until I was like, wait, that wasn't who they were with, and I had to do a quick Google search, and I was like, oh my god, they switched partners, now they're together. I was like, what? They're so good together, you guys. have unbelievable chemistry. They are instant favorites to win that US title now. I don't think Ashley and Timothy or Tara and Danny, to be quite honest with you, stand a chance against Alexa and Brandon or Jessica and Brian. I think those two teams are America's future, and we need to watch for them more. 214 and 207 respectively for those two pairs. Callalang and Johnson had definitely a few errors that they need to work on. However, their chemistry and their on-ice presence and emitting to the crowd and musicality was so good. And they have an unbelievable twist. Their triple twist is by far the best in the United States that they've probably ever seen before. Incredible. I think Nationals 4 pairs is going to be really exciting, coming down to those 4 or 5 teams in the mix there. I think there's going to be a big battle for that bronze medal, and I think the gold and silver medal is going to be a battle between Alexa Semeka-Canaram and Brandon Fraser and Jessica Callalang and Brian Johnson. I can't wait to see them skate back to back again, or like head to head again. It's gonna be super exciting. So first place was Alexa Semeka-Canaram and Brandon Fraser. New team, first gold medal together, 214 points. That is nothing to cry about. And Jessica Callalang, Brian Johnson, bronze, silver medal, 207, and bronze was Audrey Liu and Misha Mitrofanov of the United States with 189. Let's move quickly to ice dance. First place, obviously, I mean, I don't think this was going to be debatable, was Madison Hubble and Zachary Donahue. And I'm going to say, this is my favorite short dance that they have ever done. It was so good. They played those roles to a T. I loved their costume. I loved their pattern as well. And the pattern murdered everybody in this event. The judges were harsh on the pattern. Nobody up until Caitlin Hawaiiak and Jean-Luc Baker got a level 4, and nobody got all the key points. There were half the teams got no key points or 1 key point. Madison Hubble, Zachary Donahue, yes, all the key points and a level 4. Caitlin Hawaiiak and Jean-Luc Baker as well. They also did the pattern dance really, really well too. So I thought their free dance had incredible speed. It was unfortunate on the twizzle, she lost a level, so they did lose a few base points there, but nothing crazy. I thought their ice coverage was phenomenal. I thought their synchronicity in that entire program was nice. The lifts were so musical. I think that's the best that they've ever skated. I was really, really impressed with them. So congratulations to them. They definitely wowed me this year, which was actually not really expected, to be honest with you. And Parsons and Caroline Green and Michael Parsons. So I think they have a little bit of a future ahead of them. She is only 17 years old, you guys. She skates so much more mature than a 17-year-old. So I would watch for them too. And he's super young too. They had a total of 185 with the bronze, or sorry, they had a total of 178 with. I'm super excited to see them skate more together. Like I said, she's super young. I think Michael Parsons used to skate with his sister, was Parsons, and now he's with a new team, or a new partner, which I like that. I'm not a huge fan of brother-sister duos when it comes to pairs or ice dance, because you have that entire romanticism and that entire genre taken out, because I find when siblings do it, it's just weird. I don't know if you guys know what I mean or not, but I'd rather not see a love story conducted by a brother and sister. Anyways, you know what? That was Skate America. It was pretty exciting to see some Grand Prix skating finally again. And, you know, we won't have Skate Canada this year. It's cancelled, so we'll have to wait for the week after that. And hopefully we get to see some more great skating. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching us on our new COVID year. And I can't wait to do this again next time.